crisis response teams achieve 70% reduction in people taken into custody under Mental Health Act.
Here's a summary of the article.
The program pairs a police officer with a mental health worker to answer 911 calls involving people in mental health crises. Lisa Longworth, the provincial mental health lead with the Ontario Provincial Police, noted that mental health rapid response teams are particularly important during the holiday season and afterwards as winter sets in. According to Longworth, the OPP now receives 42% more calls related to mental health than 5 years ago. The goal of crisis response teams is to ensure that people with mental health challenges get the help they need more quickly. Calls to leave police out of mental health response. The key question now is to think about designing services that don't promote interaction between police and people with mental health illness, but to look at alternatives, he said. The Ontario Provincial Police has introduced mental health crisis workers into all 4 of its OPP call centres.
This post received a score of 12,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I once got 51/50ths by a psychiatrist simply because I mentioned to him that the dosage of the medicine he was currently prescribing me felt too high, had a tendency to wipe my memory, and being that I have a history of sleepwalking, I was afraid I might accidentally take additional pills in a whacked-out, half-asleep state, which could potentially lead to an overdose. The lead cop says with a smile, "We heard you took a bunch of pills." I showed them the full pill bottle and let them know I was not suicidal. Didn't matter. Though they cuffed me right then and there in front of my landlord and gave me a 3-day, involuntary, $2,100, vacation. This was 2013, and I'm still paying it off. Yep, anytime I've mentioned fear of suicide or been stopped while committing it in my past has only led to me being financially fucked over, more miserable, and in an objectively worse place than before. All it succeeded at was making me never try to get help again.
The doctor would contact the DMV right after they left and have their license suspended but wouldn't tell the client. People would call and tell me they were gonna kill themselves because they have no way to get to work without a license. People would lose their jobs for trying to get help with a medical condition and their MDs would be afraid of a confrontation with the patient so wouldn't tell him, just would get a letter from DMV telling them their license was suspended and to call us. Because it was not clear, they would call us and tell us they wanted to appeal but they had to appeal with DMV first, then if that failed they could appeal with us. So you're telling me that during a mental crisis, talking to the person is better than pointing a gun at them? Hard to believe smirk.
I mean, did they even try shouting impossible and contradictory commands first?
Haha, right trick is to always have a gang of police yelling different commands at one person. My spouse works with a team like this in Canada and all of them are set up differently, so let's not paint all of them with a single brush. Some have strict rules of who they'll see and when versus others. So the details matters before everyone spouts off winking face.
Nuance. On my computer?
Well played, sir. Touché.
Great job. Now if only there was a way to deal with mental health before police need to get involved.
I was so stressed at work that I vomited on my boss and would cry at inappropriate times. Obviously something was wrong, I needed help and fast. My urgent psych appointment took 6 weeks and I had to take a leave of absence from work. Meanwhile, less than a mile down the road lies an abandoned residential mental health facility closed by Reagan back when he was governor of California. The irony was not lost on me.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.